forget about the idea or the name of religions, yeah? We believe that everyone was born the same way. Exactly. And that means, what we believe is like everyone was born believing there's a God, right? Believing there's a creator. Like they did this study, yeah? They said that if there were kids left on an island alone by themselves, they would grow up believing in a higher power. They might not call him God, they might not call him Allah, they might not call him whatever, but they'll grow up believing there's a higher being, right? Because why? Because we're all of us, as you know, we're dependent on something. We need something. We need food. We need water. We need like sleep, all that kind of stuff. We're dependent beings, yeah. But there's always someone that's independent, yeah. So we believe there's a creator that created all of us. Now, what happens is, and our Prophet Muhammad taught us that throughout the years, when a person grows up, what happens is it's their society, it's their parents that make them Christian, Jewish, fire worshipper, whatever, yeah. You go different paths because you follow what your parents follow. I was talking to Christopher before, and he was saying that like he was brought up in a Christian household. So like you're just born a Christian, you're raised a Christian because that's the household you're in. Do you know what I mean? Like you didn't choose to be in that household. I didn't choose to be in a Muslim household. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, fine, you are what you are. But I think what happens, what everyone should do is think to themselves and go, well, what's the truth, right? Is there a real truth out there? Is the religion I'm on the truth? And I did that. I did my own search. I did my own journey, and I was like, well, do I believe in this? Is it true? So I started searching, and I looked at Christianity. I looked at Judaism. I looked at Buddhism. I looked at all different religions. Christianity was a difficult one for me because the belief of Jesus being God was difficult for me. Yeah. So for me, Jesus being God, I found it difficult. I found it difficult just from my own like logic and intellect to just come to a conclusion that a man, an amazing man, who was pious, righteous, religious, but to say that this is God when he needs sleep and he needs food like us, I couldn't get my head around it. You know what I mean? It was difficult for me to get my head around. Judaism, I couldn't be a Jew because my mum's not a Jew, and they say you have to be born. Yeah. On Hinduism, I couldn't get my head around because there's loads of different gods. So yeah, but then I looked at Islam. And what does Islam teach me? That there's one God, one creator who is not like creation, not like us, who is perfect in every single way, right? Who wasn't born, doesn't give birth, doesn't have children, doesn't have parents, doesn't have spouse, but and it's like I say, it's perfect in every single way. So for me, when I believed that, when I came to that and I looked at Islam again, I saw that, and then I realized, well, what's the teachings of Islam? You know, pray 5 times a day, do good in society, give in charity, you know, all these different things that are good, do good things in society, have a relationship with God and spiritual relationship with God. And then I found, and you look at it and you find that all of the prophets and the messengers taught the same thing. Like those messages in the Bible, Jesus, Noah, Abraham, Moses, all of these guys, they taught the same message as Prophet Muhammad did. Worship God alone and do good. Their message might have been changed a bit. So like Jesus' message, when Jesus called people to worship God, people have changed his message to say, well, no, worship him. And it's like, well, why worship a man? Because he's a man. He's a man. Even he worshipped God. Even Jesus bowed down and worshipped God. So why would you worship? You know what I mean? So that's what Islam teaches. That's the message of Islam. Islam.
Does that tell you some of
Yeah, I've got it in here. Yeah, it's in here as well. Yeah. So Islam is the message of all the prophets and messengers. Islam. I'll give you this as well. Have a read of this. This is it's you know, I talked about the Quran. Yeah, so that's all like a Muslim Bible, yeah. But it's like a shortened version of it. It just has the main themes of it. So have a read of it. And look, our details are on the back there anyway. So if you ever fancy yeah, by all means, come and have a chat. We'll discuss it more. Right? It was nice talking to you. What was your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan Sahil. Nice to meet you, Jonathan. Take care, man. All right, guys. Take it easy. See you later.